What's up guys, welcome back to the Terrier Owner YouTube channel. We got Luna out and today we are doing another one of our videos where we discuss, what are you doing? Where we discuss one of the potential mixed breeds of the Jack Russell Terrier. And today is actually going to be one of the more popular mixed breeds that you can get from the Jack Russell Terrier, but we are going to cover the Bojack, which is the Boston Terrier mixed with the Jack Russell Terrier. Let's get started. The Boston Terrier is easily one of the more popular breeds of a terrier dog. Same can be said for the Jack Russell Terrier, of course. Both super popular dogs, and the mix between the two is actually a really popular dog as well. Most of the time they can be referred to as the Bojack. And in general, guys, you guys are getting a dog, if you are considering a Boston Terrier mixed with a Jack Russell, that is very similar to the Jack Russell Terrier with some of the awesome traits of the Boston Terrier. Some of the calmer traits, some of them, it's really shocking how both of these terrier dog breeds do a lot of the same things like zoomies. But in general, guys, let's talk about the size of the Boston Terrier mixed with the Jack Russell Terrier first. At full growth, you're looking at about a 15 to 20 pound dog, so really close to the same size as the Jack Russell Terrier. When it comes to lifespan, guys, you're also looking about the same range. A lot of Jack Russells are known to reach that 15 to 20 years old mark. On average, the Bojack or the Boston Terrier mixed with the Jack Russell Terrier is going to be closer to that 12 to 15 year mark on average. Of course, you do have outliers that will fall into that. When it comes to some general information about this mixed breed, one of the biggest things you need to know is that it really is still the Jack Russell Terrier or the Boston Terrier. Like, it's very, very close in all regards. Socializing is still super important. Training from an early age is still super important. But in general, the Bojack or the mix of the Boston Terrier with the Jack Russell Terrier is going to be a somewhat calmer dog breed. So this can be super desirable for people who have read all of the stories about the Jack Russell and their energy levels, and they just think that they can't handle that or it's going to be too much. Completely understandable. I've owned her now for almost 3 years and I get it. It is a lot of energy, so sometimes a mixed breed that can help diminish some of one of those personality traits could be desirable. But in general, it's going to be super close to kind of the same dog, same personality, same common care necessities. When it comes to trainability, guys, the Bojack or the mix between the Boston and the Jack Russell is still going to be really good. It's a trainable dog. It does require patience. For first-time dog owners, it may not be the best. They can still be kind of stubborn, a little bit demanding, and some of the things just take time with a dog breed like this. Patience and building that relationship and respect level with the dog is key. You got something to say? But the trainability is still very good. When it comes to the pricing of the Bojack or the mix, it's actually not too expensive of a dog. Most of the time, if you can get it from a rescue or if there is a breeder that is offering it, you're probably gonna be anywhere from the range of a really cheap adoption to anywhere between like the $400 and $700 range. The Boston Terrier is not a super expensive dog. The Jack Russell is kind of a midline price dog, not super expensive. Luna was about $1,000 for me to adopt as a full-bred Jack Russell. So the $400 to $700 could still be a break for some of you considering adopting the Bojack instead. In general, not too bad. Some of the other things I want to point out about this mixed breed, the Bojack and the Jack Russell, about the common traits that they share is the fact that the Bojack is still going to have to be around you at all times. This is both of these dog breeds, the Boston and the Jack Russell, are extremely affectionate and loyal dogs, and they have a strong connection with the owners, so they typically follow to the extent to where it can even become annoying. So that is one of the facts about the Bojack to keep in mind. Still a needy, clingy, following type mixed breed of the Jack Russell. One of the benefits you can gain though from the Bojack compared to the Jack Russell, which is something I would definitely like compared to what Luna puts off shedding wise, is they typically shed a little bit less. The Boston is a shedding dog, but the Jack Russell is kind of a moderate to heavy shedding dog. So if you get the Bojack, you could deal with a little bit less shedding. They're still not a hypoallergenic dog, so you're not completely in the clear when it comes to allergies or if you just need a dog that barely sheds at all. But in general, it's going to be a better dog from that regard. Another trait that both of these dogs have in common, guys, the Boston and the Jack Russell, is that they are both extremely intelligent dogs. I know I mentioned that they can be on the stubborn side, which is 100% true. They certainly can. I mentioned that the trainability is good, but it requires patience, which is also true, but both of these dogs are intelligent and capable of learning at a pretty deep level. They also have very high adaptive intelligence, so some of the things you don't even teach them, and just from watching and interacting within their environment, both of these dogs learn very quickly. So in general, when it comes to intelligence and just knowing that you have a dog that can respond to some kind of training, some kind of outdoor activities, if that's what you like to do, the Bojack is capable of being that dog for you. Another thing to note, guys, in case you're on the fence about adopting this dog or you just did, is that the Bojack is regarded as an excellent family pet. They are very good for families. They can be a little bit rambunctious, a little bit hyper with the zoomies that they do in their burst of energy, but the Bojack is going to be calmer than the Jack Russell. And from a family standpoint, this is one of the most loyal, loving, and affectionate dogs you can adopt right here. And the Boston carries those personality traits as well. So you're getting a blend of two dogs that just really connect strongly with their families. So from that level, an excellent family dog. But from the flip side of things, if you are a first-time dog owner and you don't have the patience nor the bandwidth to allow yourself the time to train, to socialize, and to have the patience with them, it could be a little bit of a struggle for you. So just keep that in mind. While talking about these dogs being good family dogs, it's also important to know that Bojacks are known to be good with other animals. If they lean a little heavier towards the Jack Russell side, they might not always be the best with other dogs. Jack Russells tend to be a little bit off-put by other dogs, especially dogs of the same sex. Not always, but that's something you can socialize into your dog if you want to make sure it's not a problem in the future. But when it comes to other pets and even children in the home, a Bojack can be a great dog and a great companion for the household. So keep that in mind. One of the other traits that I think is important to know is that the Bojack does carry that need to please and to show off to their owners. So anytime you have the Jack Russell mixed with a dog, you're probably going to get this trait, but the Bojack is another one of those dogs that never wants to disappoint. They're kind of a show off in that regard. Same thing if you adopt a Bojack as opposed to just a purebred Jack Russell or a purebred Boston. These are dogs that want to please their owners. They have a strong desire to do so, and they were bred to do so. It's a working type dog, especially because it's mixed with the Jack Russell Terrier. So it's something important to keep in mind if that is a personality characteristic that you're looking for. If you want to adopt a Bojack, guys, it might be a little tricky, but it might be super easy too. It is a more common mixed breed compared to some of the other ones that we've talked about on this channel. Not a super uncommon dog to find, a Boston mixed with a Jack Russell. My advice, as always, when it comes to these mixed breeds is to do your research. And if you have somebody offering the mixed breed, really research and find out and make sure that it's a dog that you want. But a simple search online, or you can just do a Boston Terrier mixed with a Jack Russell Terrier, and you're probably going to find what you want. It shouldn't be as difficult as some of the other breeds that we've talked about. Just takes a little bit of legwork compared to finding any purebred breed of a dog, because the breeders are less abundant, if you will. Nonetheless, guys, the Bojack, I think the Boston Terrier is probably one of my top 5 favorite Terrier breeds in general. Of course, I love the Jack Russell Terrier, as you can see here, so a mixed breed will make for an excellent dog. If you're considering adopting one, I would say go for it. Luna probably would rather you lean towards just a Jack Russell in general, but it's gonna be a great dog for you guys. For those of you who do own a Bojack, I would love if you drop your comments down below, correcting me on anything that I missed, sharing with the community any information they should know. In case they're considering adopting, we love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell. We have new videos every Sunday at 11 a.m. Otherwise, guys, we're gonna catch you in the next video. We appreciate you and take care.